Hi there, it's Jackie here from Stampingjack.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I want to show you how to make this card, creating this background using the Babywipe technique. Now for this card I've used shades of pink and purple, but for the one I'm going to make I'm going to use shades of blue. So let's get started. So first of all you'll need a card base in Whisper White. There's a link in the comments below to my blog post which will show you details of all of the dimensions and supplies for everything you need for this card. So we've got our Whisper White card base, and then we've got a piece of Island Indigo, another piece of Whisper White, a scrap of Island Indigo, and we should have a scrap of white. Just bear with me 1 second. Here we go. A scrap of white. Okay, so we're going to put everything to one side for the moment except this panel here. And we're going to bring in some scrap paper. Now, the Babywipe technique is done using ink, refills, and baby wipes. Hence the name. So what I've got here is I've got one of our empty stamp cases, and I'm going to take some wet wipes. I'm just going to take out a few and fold them in half and just put 2, should be fine for this. Okay, there we go. Alright, and then I've got our ink refills in shades of blue. So I have Soft Sky, Tempting Turquoise, Marina Mist, and Island Indigo. Now normally when I'm inking up or creating backgrounds, I usually start with the lightest shade and end with the darkest shade. But when doing the Babywipe technique, I do it the other way around. And the reason I do that is because I fill in any gaps at the end with the lighter shade so that it doesn't overpower the effect that I get. So let me just lay that flat. So we're just going to add some drops randomly on our wet wipe, making sure that the colours mix nicely and we've got a good spread. Now the kind of image that works best with this technique is a solid image so that you can really see the variation in colour. So now what I'm going to do is take my Soft Sky, which is my lightest colour, and fill in the gaps. Okay, like so. Between the different. Now this temporary ink pad will actually last you quite a long time, and because I have it in my case here, if I keep the case closed it'll last for quite a while. So let me get my stamp set, which is, where's it gone? Just bear with me 1 second. It is here. So I'm using the Flourishing Phrases stamp set, which has got some fantastic greetings. It's a 2-bit stamp set, but I'm going to use this flower image down here. Okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this image up, or put it on my black, and then I'm just going to ink it up on the Babywipe as I would if it was on a regular ink pad. And you can see that we get this lovely variation from our ink pad, like so. Okay, and you can, as I say, you could get quite a few cards out of this, but I'm also going to bring back in my scrap of white, which is disappeared on my craft table. You should see what my desk looks like when it's the bit that's not on the video. Just bear with me 1 second, let me get another piece. Cheers. This should do it. Okay, and I'm going to ink it up So I'm going to stamp off, and then like so. Okay, and then I'm going to close this up, and that will last me for quite a while, so I can come back to that at another stage and make more should I want to. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Just a Note sentiment, and I'm going to stamp that in my darkest colour, which is Island Indigo. There we go. Oops. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp that across the flower like so. And then I'm going to bring in my tailored tag punch and just punch this out. Okay, and I'm also going to punch one out of our scrap of Ireland Indigo cardstock. Okay, and then what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to take my snips and I'm just going to carefully trim just a hair around each side, like so. And then here. So that we can layer it on here. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble. So let's bring back our base and our piece. So we want some glue, and we're going to just glue this piece on the back here. Alright, and we want dimensionals. One here, okay, and then we bring back in our pieces. We're going to layer this onto our Ireland Indigo panel. Like so. Okay, and then we've got some soft sky ribbon. I'm going to run across the bottom, so we'll need about that much. Okay, so we'll take our snail and we'll just put a little along where we think our ribbon will go. So we just attach one end, whoops, attach one end here and run it across. Just check, is that where we want it to be? Yes. So let's make sure it's straight. There we go. Okay, and then we can add our glue to the rest of the back and attach that to our card base, like so. Okay, then we'll add our sentiment panel. And then we're going to take some of our, I'm going to take some pearls, and using our scissors we're just going to add some pearls to the centers of our flowers. And then I think I'm going to add a small one to here. There we go. So there we have it. Babywipe technique. Really quite a simple technique. So again, I'd love it if you left me a comment to let me know if you prefer the pink or the blue. As I say, you'll find a link to all of the dimensions and the supplies in the description below, where you can visit my website, my blog, find all that, and also a link to my 24/7 online shop where you can purchase the supplies in order to make these cards. Thanks for watching. Bye.